of smoke and soot. The co-author, Alan Robach of another university, said that nuclear warfare results in dire consequences for everyone. World leaders have used our studies previously to end nuclear arms races and 5 years ago to pass a treaty. Dr. Harrison says we can avoid a nuclear war, but volcanic eruptions are definitely going to happen again. We will see similar results. There's nothing we can do about it. So it's important when we are talking about resilience and how to design our society that we consider what we need to do to prepare for unavoidable things to happen across our planet. We can and must, however, do everything we can to avoid nuclear war. The effects are too likely to be globally catastrophic. Oceans take longer to recover than land, and in the most recent and most up-to-date scenario against Russia and the USA, it will take decades at the surface and hundreds of years at the depth to recover. Changes to Arctic sea ice will last for thousands of years. We're going to see a nuclear little ice age, says Harrison. The study has been published in the journal AGU Advances. As I read this, I'm reminded about my own preparedness steps. We went on to Amazon, and did you know that during the Chernobyl accident, I guess maybe looking back in history, who knows if it was an accident or not, but during the Chernobyl release of radiation, they gave fruit juice, they gave apple juice that still had pectin in it to the children. The apple juice, the pectin binds to radiation in the stomach, in the intestine. It actually pulls it into it and binds to it, and the children were passing it out through their urine and through their feces. I've read the studies, and there's a lot to be said about the dosages and the doses and how effective it is. Pectin is what I buy first. Go to Amazon. You can buy a couple pounds of it, and you can use it. Now, it's not going to protect all areas of your body, and then you have to think about your thyroid and how that is affected. Then you have something like Iosat. I just talked to Jeff recently. In fact, I took a couple of days off from my phone, and I saw a message from him, and he said he's got Iosats back in stock at usaberkeyfilters.com. It's the only place that I've gotten Iosats from because I can use my own code, FSS10, and get 10% off of the purchase there. Again, go get pectin, get your Iosat, have a way to detect radiation so that you're not just relying on news and media. Have something like a nuke alert. I don't go as far as to say every car needs to have a Geiger counter, but if that nuclear flag goes up, you'll wish you did. Something like a nuke alert at least gives you a peace of mind that if you hear it start chirping, you go the other way until it's not chirping anymore. And then you're in a safer area and you keep on going. These are the types of things that we have to think about because this world literally is on fire. Ramzan Kadyrov, the leader of the Chechen Republic and a top ally to Vladimir Putin, is reported to have issued a service request to the Russian government.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles, Ezra and Millstone, and Sartage brothers doing this thing in sincerity, in truth, and with charity. Man, go hop right into it, Look, my man, you're not gonna make it. All right, you're not gonna make it. Nukes, nuclear destruction. All right, specifically, not the world. The world will never be destroyed. All right, but nuclear destruction of America is guaranteed. And also, fire will be on other places. Lord knows, the Valley of Jehoshaphat. Which so-called Middle East. They will get hit with fire. The chariots, which you call UFOs, will come and hit that place with fire and brimstone. All right, and whatever else the Lord decides to send a fire at, But America is guaranteed to be hit by missiles. And not just a couple missiles, It's going to be, the armory is going to be released. The armory is going to be released, man. You giving your fellow Edomites the wrong advice. You can't stop this. What you can do though is hey, this is what y'all should be doing. This is what your Edomites and Edom are the so-called white people, man. Self-proclaimed white. Nothing white about you. This is what you can do. Lamentations 4. This is what you should be doing, and this is the advice you should be taking. Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. Go enjoy what you got left, because you're about to go through the worst times in history. Okay? The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. All right? So this is the end of us being held hostage in your fucking land. All right? And you got to pay for it. Simple as that, man. Everything you see, like, it's a good video, man. It's, you know, there's some decent info in there. But everything you see happening in the world, you know, you see the collapse of the dollar. You see the collapse of the American way. You know, which ultimately, you know, it's the end of this kingdom, but it's on its path to the last step before the actual end, which is the chip, the mark of the beast. But this is all signs of your end. Okay? Point blank, period. And what comes to the end? Fire. This is James 5:1. Go to now, your rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. You have heaped treasure together for the last days. Behold, and that was the point, you know. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the crowds of them which have reaped are into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth, the Lord of the host, the Lord of armies. And who is the working class of America? The Israelites, so-called Negroes, are tenants of Americans, with the battery pack of America. Okay? And our laborers are not accounted for, man. Okay? But it said what? When you see, you know, basically the fall of your economy right here, all right, fire comes next. The world is tied in with the U.S. dollar, so when the world realized they got this crappy deal, however, the Lord plays it out, you know, because he controls the minds of the kings. The Lord could just have the rulers of this world just wake up one day and decide it's time to push the button. You know, it does. The Lord he can do that. But whatever it is gonna cause it to happen. The nation's already fed up with America. The weak are saying they're strong. All right, but your allies are even gonna turn on you, and they will burn this place, man. It shall eat you, eat your flesh as with fire. So seeing your money fail, your economy fail, okay, is a witness that you're going down. Everything you mentioned in that video, you're seeing the policies and everything that's happening, man. This is your end. This is Revelation, and it comes with thermonuclear destruction. This is Revelation 17. And I'm just get to the point. 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings which have received no kingdom as yet, or received power as kings went out with the beast. And he's talking about the 10 nations, all right, that rule who the beast sit on. His allies. All right, which is Europe, okay, the EU, essentially. These have one mind, because that's how they rule, man. This is the Rome 2.0. Rome, this little ass place in Italy, ruled with its allies. These same regions are back now and rule with America. America being the face of the company. These same Edomite groups. All right. The beast is a nation, just as all the other beasts in Daniel. This is the little horn of the fourth beast. This is Rome back again, America. All right. These have one mind and shall give their power and strength to the beast. All right. Which is the beast had 10 horns and 7 heads, which represents the EU and NATO. All right. Because that's how they rule. NATO got these European nations with America, and then whoever else they just add. Right. But the permanent nations are the same Edomites who votes count in NATO, are these same Edomite groups, man. They follow whatever policy the West, aka America, puts into place. So they work together as one. They made this beast. America being the horn of the beast. These have one mind and shall give their power and strength to the beast. They work together. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is the Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. So this lets you know that Revelation 12, the war that's in heaven, all right, when they fight against the Messiah, it's not talking about spiritual Satan. It's talking about physical Satan, on which is Edom. 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, goes into the son of perdition, all right, which is then referred to as the wicked, who come after the power of Satan. All right, and that wicked is revealed. That's Edom. Malachi 1 and 4. Edom is that wicked. All right, the people whom the Lord had indignation against, the people of the Lord's curse, whose sword is going to come down upon who? Idumea. And it said it's bathed in heaven, because this is Esau's rulership. Esau is in heaven right now. All right. Verse 11 real quick. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th and is of the 7, and goeth into perdition. Now you know that this ties with the 2 Thessalonians. This is the son of perdition, Edom. All right, but skipping back down. 15. And he said to me, the waters which thou sawest where the whore sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. For the Most High have put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High should be fulfilled. So ain't no mystical creature finna come out the fucking sea with a woman riding his back at the end times. That's not what this is going into. This is going into the power structure that we currently are under, and who's coming to an end. And at some point, Europe is going to turn on America and burn this place up. And the one which thou sawest, that great city, America, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. There you go. So it breaks down what's really going on, man. But not only Europe is going to hit this place, America is through, man. This ain't the one I wanted. I think I wanted the 50th chapter. Let's see. All right, I'll come back to it because this 51 is good too, but 50 is what I wanted. This is Jeremiah 51 and 1. Thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. That's that nuclear destruction. And I will send into Babylon fanners that shall fan her, and shall empty her land from the day of trouble. They should be against her round about. Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifted himself up in his brigandine, and spared not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her host. Thus the slain shall fall in the land of Chaldeans, and they that are thrust through in her streets. For Israel have not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power, of Yahweh of hosts. Though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel, the Lord did not just leave us here in your hands, man. All right, Edom, you're sadly mistaken to think that you're gonna rule forever, man. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off from her iniquity. For this the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Period. All right? And to the elect, this doesn't mean literally flee. This doesn't mean get your plane ticket and passport and fly away. No, man. All right? It says flee the shadow of this world, man. All right? First Timothy 4 tells us, take heed to the doctrine to thyself. For in doing this, you should both save thyself and them that hear thee. This is how we deliver ourselves. All right? Touch no unclean thing, being separate from this world. All right? When we actually leave Babylon, Lord willing, with elect, we're going to be taken in chariots. Revelation 18, come up hither. Was it 1 Thessalonians, the 4th chapter? All right? Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunk. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. All right, and that's what it is. The Lord prophecies had to be fulfilled. And part of his prophecies was Babylon would rise up. All right, they would neither keep at home. The whore set upon many waters. That's the different lands. All right, and they will push their way of life onto the world. They'll push their image onto the world. All right. He will give the world that wine, his philosophies. And now the nations are mad. Babylon, what did it say? The weak shall say, I am strong. Everybody's talking big shit against America right now, man. Even Mexico joined in and talked some shit. Damn, what did he say? I think it was the Mexican president just said, by destroying the Statue of Liberty. What did I say? Oh yeah, Mexican leader calls for removal of Statue of Liberty in New York if Assange isn't. If Assange is convicted, just talking shit against America, okay? That's all the point was for that. Okay. So back in here, the Lord, Jeremiah 51:10, the Lord hath brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of Yahweh power. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord hath raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes. His device is against Babylon. So the Lord is against this place. That's it. Because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. Make the watch strong. Set up the watchmen. Prepare the ambushes. That's why the prophets have been waking up over the last few years, man. When I say few, I mean eyes of the Lord. And really, it's been a short time. What, since the 60s? All right? And the watch has been made strong. For the Lord hath both devised and done that which he hath spoken, Salakia, that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thy end is come, and the measure of thy covetousness. The Lord of hosts hath sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against thee. America will be invaded, war will happen on this land, and the end of it will be nuclear destruction. Period, man. It's Jeremiah 50:1. The word of Yahweh spake against Babylon, against the land of Chaldeans, by Jeremiah the prophet. Declare ye among the nations, and publish and set up a standard. Publish and conceal not. Say, Babylon is taken. Baal is confounded. Marduk is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded. Her images are broken in pieces. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, Russia, which shall make her land desolate, and none. So you can go get all the pacting you want, right? And none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast. Slaughter. I'm going to jump down. Verse 9, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. Hashtag BRICS. The BRICS nations. Look, Google it. BRICS. And they're adding more to it. That's the plan. And they shall set up themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. The arrow shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. So none's going to miss his mark. Not one missile. The missile defense systems will not work. And Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord. Because ye were glad. Because ye rejoice, O ye daughters of mine heritage. Because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass, and bellow as bulls. Your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. And that's what this place is going to be. This is the end of the earth. This place is going to be a desert, man. Even your mother, Britain, is going to be against you, man. America was birthed from that, that country. Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. Put yourself in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against Yahweh. So all the missiles, all the nukes, all right? Anybody that got nukes left at that point in time, when that commission goes out, they will be hitting Babylon. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand. Her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her. If she have done, do unto her. And you show no mercy, you will receive no mercy. Cut off the sword from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle, in the time of harvest. For fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn everyone to his own people. They shall flee everyone to his own land. All right, the smart heathens will be leaving this place right about now. All right, you see the economy crashing. All right, you know what time it is. Ain't no more sowing and harvesting happening over here. Esau is coming. Look what he's doing, man. He's destroying his own goddamn economy. Oppressing his own damn people, sending billions to Ukraine, oppressing his own people. This is a witness of what's next. Thermonuclear destruction, read in James 5. Israel is a scattered sheep. The lions have driven him away. First the king of Assyria hath devoured him, and last this Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, hath broken his bones. And whose the last king of Babylon, Edom. This is spiritual Nebuchadnezzar, man. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel. And the spiritual point to Edom being, the spiritual Nebuchadnezzar. What happened with Nebuchadnezzar? He was reigning. He got humbled, became as an animal, came back from his animalistic state to reign. Same thing with Edom. They ruled Greece/Rome, from Greece to Rome, right? They ruled, got up very high in Rome, all right? Got humbled, chased to the Caucasus Mountains, all right? And, they got humbled, so you have the Byzantine Empire. When you look up the history, that's Israelites ruling, so-called Negroes ruling. Same as the Dark Ages. We didn't just disappear out of nowhere. That's why they don't like to talk about the Dark Ages, and everything is just hidden. There's no artwork. Come on, man. Motherfucker just stopped drawing. Motherfucker just stopped writing. Folly. Edom, the devil, was locked away in his prison for 1,000 years. So let's just say roughly 300 to 1,300. And then after that, they came out the Caucasus Mountains after being in there, like it says in Job 30, braying, grunting, brought down to an animal state. You read the 13th tribe. Edom himself wrote this, a so-called Jewish man himself wrote this. If I'm not mistaken, he's a so-called Jewish man. And he goes into how they were in those Caucasus Mountains, That's why they call themselves Caucasians. How they were animals, ate the bugs, lice off each other's heads, used their ancestor skulls for cups and bowls and shit. Just like Job 30 says, And then they came out of power to rule again. Because that's the prophecy. Malachi 1 and 4 again. They came and built the desolate places to rule again. The deadly wound of Rome was healed. The deadly wound of that beast was healed. Satan got loosed out for 1,000 years to deceive the nations. He's done that. That goes back to that cup, that wine that you've been drinking. All right? Just like Nebuchadnezzar. Ruled, brought low, back to rulership. Edom the same way. But you're going to get taken down this time, man, by destruction. At least Nebuchadnezzar died and passed his kingdom on. You're going to get destroyed. Read the whole verse of Malachi 1 and 4. The Lord's indignation with you, man. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, behold, I will punish the king of Babylon and his land as I have punished the king of Assyria. And I will bring... I believe this is the point, really. I'm going to keep going. I will bring Israel again to his habitation. And he shall feed on Carmel and Bashan, and his soul shall be satisfied upon Mount Ephraim and Gilead. In those days and in that time, saith the Lord, the iniquity of Israel shall be sought for, and there shall be none. And the sins of Judah, and they shall not be found, for I will pardon them whom I reserve. Now you know that this ain't talking about ancient Babylon, really. Because Ephraim, the so-called northern and the southern kingdom, they not unite and get the land back together. The other 10 tribes is over here. Go up against the land of Marathon, even against it, and against the heavens of Pekod. Waste and utterly destroy after themselves the Lord, and do according to all that I have commanded thee. A sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? The hammer of the whole earth. Again, Babylon did not get control of the earth. All right? Verse 29. Call together the archers. Man. I must keep going. Verse 24. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. The Lord hath opened his armory and hath brought
permission for
it's like it. That's the video coming back on the TV. Cause I was watching it, the spirit hit me like, man, this guy tripping, man. You ain't gonna make it, bro. If you in America, you for sure not gonna make it. Well, I'm at 24. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. The Lord hath opened his armory and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord Yahweh of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. And what's the weapons of his indignation? Hey, this is Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. Alright? So it's letting you know that the Lord has put it on the spirit of man to make a weapon that he wants to use as a part of his great destruction. A part of this great wasting. Okay? It's like they want. Oh, should I put in water? International Nuclear Information System, and what the title says right there, waster. Because that's what those missiles do, man. They destroy everything. All right. Putin vows to continue war as Russian missiles lay waste to Ukraine cities. That's what missiles do. All right. The story of Oppenheimer's infamous quote as he witnessed the first detonation of a nuclear weapon on July 16, 1945. A piece of Hindu scripture ran through the mind of Robert Oppenheimer. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. There you go, man. So that's the instrument. The Lord put on the spirit of man to do these things. Verse 29, Jeremiah 50:29. Call together the archers against Babylon, all you that bend the bow. Camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Let none thereof escape. Pack them on work. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she have done, do unto her. For she hath been proud against Yahweh, against the Holy One of Israel. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith Yahweh. Clearly, it's not talking about ancient Babylon. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, Obadiah, who's that? Edom, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. Verse 40. As the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, saith Yahweh, so shall no man abide there. There's people in ancient Babylon right now. And really all you got to do is read Jeremiah 49, Jeremiah 50, and Jeremiah 51 together. Because they repeat different things in all three of those chapters. It'll repeat certain things. And one time it'll say Edom in the subject, then it'll say Babylon is the subject. So, just read them together. Let you know that Babylon and Edom, it's interchangeable because Edom is spiritual Babylon. Revelation lets us know Babylon, the mystery Babylon, will be the last kingdom. Lamentations 4 lets us know that Edom will be the last kingdom to rule over us. So it's plain. And that's really it, man, on that. So many precepts on nukes, because that's what's coming to this place. Fire. Isaiah 13:17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. A nuke, like old saying go, a bullet ain't got no name on it. That's a thing. And of course, dealing with Jake, how we grew up. Watch out, be careful. Niggas get to shooting. Bullet don't got no name on it. Man, they can hit anybody. Same thing with a nuke, ain't got no name on it, man. Nuke hit America's gonna kill everything over here. It ain't gonna spare no child. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there. Neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. There won't be any more humans coming through this place, man. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. And owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. Because there are animals that can withstand radiation. So after the physical fire, after all the years of this place still burning and being hot, that physical fire is going to die down, but it still will be a desert, and there will still be radiation. And the only thing that to be here are the animals that can withstand that, man. And that's what's coming, man. Alright. Isaiah 13:1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice to them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my sanctified ones, I have also called my mighty ones from mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains like as of a great people. A tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. So the Lord's preparing this battle. Alright. He got his mighty ones. He got his angels playing on the hearts of the kings. He's getting this war together, man. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven. Even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. And ultimately, how's the Lord going to destroy this place? With the nukes. So he's getting the violence prepared. He's getting it all together. And he's going to have these nations send these nukes, man. How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Oh, man. So with that, all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles, Ezra Millstone, And Society brothers doing this thing in sincerity and truth and with charity. Shalom wa Baba Ball.